Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. If you're new here, don't forget to give that thumbs up and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. My main goal here is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now, I want to talk about a topic that I've been, well, not not been trying to talk about, but I've been thinking about it for a long time. So let's talk about it. About marijuana. My thoughts about it and all that weed and all that crap. Um, But first, before I get to my thoughts of marijuana, I want to talk about the people that talk shit about marijuana. Um, People say marijuana is a drug, that it can lead to other drugs, and that it kills your brain cells and it does so many shit to you that it's bad for you. Um, Bullshit. That's 100% bullshit. No one has not died from marijuana. No one has not died from marijuana. Most people be like, "Oh, do you have any proof?" If there's never been reports of someone abusing marijuana and then died, there's no reports on it. You can find it. There won't even be one. Not even one. And most people might be like, "Oh, marijuana, it does bad stuff to you, it's bad for you and it will make you kill other people or some shit like that." Are you stupid? Are you that stupid? Are you really, 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 really that stupid? I find that very hard to believe. But you know what? Some people just don't like to hear the truth. You know why? Because they don't want to believe. They just want to believe what they want to believe what they want to hear, and they listen to their own thoughts and be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm always right. They're gone. I'm always right," which is bullshit. Um. So yeah. And am I for? Am I all for marijuana? Hell to the fuck yes. Okay. Hallelujah. How about that? I'm glad marijuana existed. Obviously, they didn't legalize it, at least not yet. The reason it was legal is because basically the government couldn't put a price tag on it. That's why it's not legal, like beer is right now. And back then people talk shit about beer too. Then beer was automatically scrapped, I think for a few years, maybe a month. And then eventually they wrote a petition bringing the beer back, and they brought it back. And it's still here to this day. So, if you're going to criticize people that smoke weed, you better look at yourself in the mirror. You really, really do. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what's really life? What's wrong and what's right? You know? And look up information. For crying out loud. A doctor if you tell your doctor that you smoke marijuana, the doctor's not going to do anything. Literally, the doctor won't even say anything. But the doctor might let you want to take a weed pill. Now, it's not that big. No, it's probably like about this small. But all I have to say is, don't take it. I mean, I won't take it. Why? Because it's not natural weed. It's just THC in a pill. But a lot of people say THC is bad for you and all that. No, it doesn't. Weed really makes you think, and most people might be like, "Oh, what do you mean it makes you think?" Now, you probably will not understand just because you never smoked marijuana. If you're probably criticizing this video right now, you probably never smoked it, or you probably have done it and be like, "Yeah, it's not a bad drug or anything." It's not. It's really not. To tell you the truth, people are more smoking weed now than cigarettes. So that's better, to be honest with you, because you have this plant, mind you, that comes from the ground, from our earth. Literally, it comes from the ground we fucking goddamn walk on. And yes, so does you know, obviously cigarettes too. I mean, they don't come from the ground, but the stuff to make it is from the ground. Like tobacco is a plant. Tobacco is a plant. But they put so much into it just for one cigarette. You know, they not just put tobacco in cigarettes. They put a lot of different chemicals inside a cigarette. So if you think a cigarette is the same worse as a marijuana, then you are fucking stupid as fuck. Okay? Excuse my French. Literally, you are stupid as hell if you think that. And if you don't smoke weed, then you don't smoke weed. That's totally fine. But don't criticize people that do it. You know? Don't criticize people that smoke marijuana. You know, don't look down upon them just because they smoke marijuana. You know? How long is this gonna keep happening? You know? It's people like this would never be people like this. Oh, what's wrong with America, basically, you know? Marijuana is not a gateway drug. If you say right now that, since I just say marijuana is not a gateway drug, you're probably reacting right now saying that, nope, I'm not listening, blah, 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 blah. You are what's wrong with America. You're what's wrong. And if you're not going to listen, then get out of this fucking video. You know? So, marijuana is what can you say about it? It does not kill you. It does not. It makes you, once you smoke marijuana, the THC makes your basically your brain cells move a little bit faster. So you're thinking fast. You're getting more ideas faster, and when you touch stuff, you know, it's not like, you know, any other. It's not like one of those drugs that if you touch something, it's like, oh, this feels awesome. You know, it's not that. It's one of those drugs that if you go outside in the freezing cold, you're not going to be cold. You're really not. It's like rum, basically, you know? Not exactly like rum, because it's not going to get you drunk. But I'm trying to say this, that marijuana is not bad. There's other people out there that tries to make marijuana bad just because you know, hey, I thought marijuana was bad. I'm literally opening up to you guys, literally like this. I thought marijuana was bad. When people did it, I thought it was stupid. I was like, why would you do that, you know? And, you know, I looked up information about it, and so did my friends, and we all looked information about it, and we're all like, huh. Everything that we hear about marijuana is not true. And then yet, it's legal. A plant that, a substance that can get you high just, you know, to have a good time with your friends. I guarantee you, put 6 people in a room together, give them 3 or 4 blunts, and I guarantee you, all of them will walk out of that room loving each other. I'm dead serious. Literally, I have met people that hate each other, that wanted to destroy each other, that didn't even want to see each other and wanted to kill each other. Smoked a blunt together, became instant friends. It brings people together. That's what I'm trying to say. Most people be like, oh, what are you talking about? It brings people together, and most people don't understand that. It brings a great culture together. You know, there's so many people that smoke marijuana out there. It's just unbelievable. You know, California, you know, here in Massachusetts, New York, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. Everywhere someone smokes marijuana. And that woman that was in, I forgot, in Antarctica, I'm probably gone. That she's talking about marijuana, and she's like, fuck it, I quit. You know, because she was talking about marijuana, and they basically they told her to say this and that, and she didn't felt right about it. You know, saying that marijuana is not wrong. Why? That's why she quit. Because she's like, fuck it. You want me to say this shit about marijuana? I'm out of here. I'm literally out of here. You want me to lie to the whole fucking goddamn world? I'm out. I'm out. That's how it is. That's how much people are pissed off that marijuana is getting treated like it's meth. Okay? Or cocaine. Cocaine, meth, are the worst type of drugs you will ever take. I mean, I never take them, thank God. Oh, hell no. The thing is, that if you ever seen a picture of people that have done heroin, meth, and cocaine, or maybe it is, I don't know, but any type of bad drug that's not marijuana related, you should see what they look like 10 years later, or a few minutes, or not even a few minutes, a few days. You look terrible. You look like you're about to die. You look like they had cancer or something. It looks terrible. But when you have a guy, when you have a chick or a guy smoke marijuana, automatically it's bad. You look down upon them. Why? Because they smoke marijuana? How come we don't look down upon people that smoke cigarettes? Cigarettes that fuck up our atmosphere. No? No one's not gonna complain about that? No? Okay, fine. Complain about marijuana. Go right a fucking head. But there's always gonna be people that stand up and say, you're fucking wrong. Because there is the truth and there is the lie. You know? There's always the truth and the lie. And the thing is, I don't know if, if the government decides to put, legalize marijuana, that'll be cool. But obviously we will have to get, pink slips to get it, from a doctor, obviously, which is, I mean, once I heard that, I was like, that's not bad at all. All you have to do is get a pink slip. And then they were going to make a building for marijuana people here in Holyoke, but I think they're just going to have it in Chicopee or something, instead of in Massachusetts. Instead of in Holyoke for some damn reason. But I don't know. I'm not one of those behind the scenes people, that knows the deal with marijuana, but I do know what marijuana does too. It does not do what people say it does, I've obviously tried marijuana, and if my family is watching this and they feel disgusted, then that's sad. That is freaking sad. To tell you the truth, literally, I've smoked with so many people that have become my friends. And people that already became my friends, we literally cried in front of each other just because how long we've been friends, and just because of how long we've been together, basically. And then having this drug that actually brings people together, and it actually, helps. It helps so many things with marijuana. Marijuana does not just relieve stress and make people happy. It's good for medicine. A kid that had cancer, for crying out loud, took marijuana. Their parents gave him marijuana. People were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But guess what? That freaking cancer, it shrunk a little. It literally, that probably didn't shrink, but it stood. It never grew. And the parents, they did what they had to do to make their kid happy, because the kid had cancer and the kid was all moping, crying, and everything. You don't want to see a little kid suffer. Are you that fucked up? Oh man, a kid should not smoke marijuana. But the thing is, the kid didn't smoke it. He actually drank it. So it's because you can get marijuana from anything. It could become a drink, a food. It could be anything. I doubt you can inject it yourself. What the fuck? Why would you do that? For crying out loud, if you're gonna inject yourself, get freaking Starburst and inject yourself. Tosh.0. But anyways, that's just a funny little thing from Tosh.0 a long time ago. But anyways, if anyone has a problem with marijuana, that's too bad. That is really, really messed up. That's too bad. How can you judge something that you probably haven't even tried, or you probably don't want to try at all, just because you hear so negative stuff, which is not true? The news does a lot of stuff that they lie. Sometimes they tell the truth, but sometimes they just plain out lie. 50% of the time, the news media lies. And sometimes they cover shit up. So there you go. And I'm not saying that you should believe me, but you should have an open mind about marijuana. don't judge the person right away just because they smoke marijuana. You smoke marijuana, oh, I disown you. You're not my family anymore. Or you're not my boyfriend or something, or girlfriend. You know? It's stupid. It is so stupid. It's like with it's like with gays. It's like, oh, if my son is gay, I disown you or something. It's like, what? That's your kid. Yeah, your kid. A kid that you were so happy that you had on your arms. And then once they become gay, you decide, oh, forget it. God doesn't want that. That's a different story for another day. But this is just about marijuana. There's people that smoke marijuana. There are great people out there that have smoked marijuana, like Bob Marley. President Obama, yes, I said that right, if you don't know. If you don't know, you probably been living under a rock and not have been watching the newspapers or the news or the media. But, yeah, that's like been 2 years or a year since that came out of Obama did smoking pot when he was younger. But, they actually have a picture of him smoking pot, so when he was younger. That's actually cool. They put that on the internet and everything. You can actually find that on the internet. And obviously, you will tell if it's fake or not. I mean, it's not obvious. But, and, I mean, presidents smoke weed. So, and most people be like, what do you mean presidents smoke weed? Are you kidding me? You think George Bush didn't smoke weed? I mean, look at him. But Snoop Dogg smokes weed. You know, a lot of great people smoke marijuana. They do. A lot of great people. I'm not saying bad people don't smoke marijuana. I'm sure they do. But the thing is, everyone smokes marijuana. Everybody. Now, I mean, not the entire world population, no. But it's getting there. It actually is getting there because people are putting their foot down. People are tired of this shit. In fact, I'm tired of this shit. It's just so tiring that people are saying that, oh, this marijuana drug is bad, you know? And that woman, I forgot her name, Casey Anthony? I think that's her name. I hope I didn't say her wrong. I hope I didn't say her name wrong. But if it's wrong, please correct me on it. But she did say that, I mean, I have been kind of supportive of her, not about the marijuana, but like about the abusing of a woman and the child that died, you know, with all that shit. Not Casey, it wasn't Casey Anthony, but anyways, it doesn't matter. When she was talking about bad things about marijuana that's not really true, it's like, whoa, woman, I respect for what you doing with protecting women's rights and everything like that. I would totally respect that. But you gotta open your goddamn eyes when it comes to marijuana. You are lying to yourself. And literally, she had dozens of people come to her show and she had Chris fucking Jericho and she blew Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho fucked her over, and bravo. Chris Jericho did not stood shut. He was like, fuck you, miss. I mean, he didn't say fuck you, but he basically did it in his own way, basically. Kicked her in the ass a little. But it's so mind-boggling, like, oh, I smoke marijuana. I get 20 years in prison. I killed my kid. I'm set free, or I get 5 months. Not even 5 months. 5 days. I killed my child. Set free. I smoke marijuana. 20 years in prison. You know how many people are in prison just because they smoke marijuana, and now they're actually going to get free? I think 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, there was like about maybe 200 something people that smoked marijuana that actually they sent off free. Literally, they did that. They were like, these people smoke marijuana, let them go free. They did that. When I heard that, I was like, find a fucking lead. Someone out there was like, you know what, this is stupid. While we're keeping these people from... Now, the thing is, it's different if you're selling. It's way different. That's a whole different ballgame. I'm talking about just buying it, have like a little small portion, and smoking it. you know, with your friends or a family member that you really care about or something, you know? It's just, marijuana is just, it's not bad. It's just people go extremely overboard with it just because they can make money off of it, obviously. And most people be like, oh, that's easy money and everything. And I mean, it's an easy way to pay, obviously. I mean, but you get more money with meth, obviously, than marijuana. That is totally obvious. If you don't have to be a rocket science to know that shit. You don't even have to smoke the freaking products to know that. And the thing is, if you sell, you're not supposed to smoke those products because you're selling them. You're not supposed to. You know, and if people do taste their own products, you have to put your money down. You have to put your own money down because you actually tried. You own product, but you still have to pay for it. Even though it's yours, but the thing is, you're selling it. You're wasting it. So there you go. But I'm about to end this video right now. I'm all for marijuana. If people criticize me for liking marijuana, then all I have to say is go fuck yourself. Really, go fuck yourself. I'm 21 years old. And if you're gonna threaten me, and if you're gonna try to basically ruin my life, all I have to say is get the fuck out, and I will kick your square in the ass if you don't. It's that simple. Meaning, if you put a bad comment, I will block you and delete you. Simple as that. And if any family members are watching this, obviously, all I have to say is, you know, marijuana's not bad. It's not bad as you might think it is. Keep an open mind. If you don't want to keep an open mind, then you just be one of those people that are gone with America, basically. I mean, if you don't smoke marijuana, that's fine. No one's not going to judge you. But if you judge people that smoke marijuana, people are going to look back at you and be like, why the fuck are you doing this? And if you're going to come to the excuse saying that it's bad and it will kill you, open your goddamn eyes and look around you. Not what you see in fucking front of you. That's all I have to say to that.